So in this video I'm gonna show you how to install your stock ROM on your Samsung Galaxy M12. What a stock ROM is the official version of the operating system released by Samsung, and you may want to install it in many different cases, and it's done via a computer. And why would you want to do it? First of all, maybe if you had a custom ROM, which is the unofficial version, and you want to go back to the stock ROM, maybe something's not working on your system and you just want to reinstall the system so it works, or maybe you just want to update it a few versions app. Of course, like installing stock ROM erases the data, but there's also a video on how to like update without erasing the data via a computer. But in this video, it will erase the data, what we do here. So, but you may want to either update a few versions up or very slightly downgrade. I'll speak about downgrades in a moment. So now to begin with that, because downgrades are limited here, I'll talk about the downgrades, but yeah. You can go to About Phone, and first thing is the model name. The thing after slash doesn't matter, you just need to pay attention to what's before the slash. So it's SM-M127F, and write it down. You'll need to know that. If you have a different one, don't worry, you can still follow the video. You just need to write down your own model. Then go to software information and find baseband version. In the baseband version, at the beginning there will be the model number. After that there will be a double X, then a letter like S or U, and then a number or a letter. So we need to pay attention to the second digit after double X. In my case it is 9, which means I have the 9th revision. And now, speaking of the downgrades, you cannot downgrade to the previous revision. We'll see that on the website in a moment, how the revisions look like. Yeah, there will be a list of all the revisions available, but sometimes for one revision there is a few versions of the system released, and sometimes every new version of the system there is a new revision. And you cannot downgrade to an older revision. But you can get the same one that you currently have or a newer one. So speaking of the downgrades that I said earlier, if you, for example, have a newer version of the system under the revision number 9, you can get the older one, but you cannot get the revision number 9 for number 8, for example, right? So that is how it looks like. The letters, though, are basically newer than numbers. So A is the 10th revision, B is the 11th, and so on. I think that will get a little more clear once we get to the website later. Now also, let's go to our website already. So at first you would need to go to of course a browser of your choice and search for HardReset.info, which is our website on which you can find 2 different files that you'll need. So go to download on our website, you can see it is here, and then go to Samsung drivers. Download them. I already have them downloaded, so download the Samsung drivers, and then also search for Ardyn, and download the latest version 3.14.4, and then also search for the firmware file. The firmware file, you just need to type in the model, so it's I believe SMA127F in my case, right? And then followed by firmware. Now there's a lot of websites here, you can choose whichever one you'd like. I'm choosing this one because I've been using it for a really long time, but it's not like it's the only one correct. Now these are CSC codes. CSC codes are basically like versions that slightly differ between each country. I'm gonna type in my country, and you can see for my country there's 5 different versions, and the XEO version for Poland is the unbranded version, which means it is just a clean version made for Poland. Now, these other ones are basically the same thing, but a little branded by the phone carriers, like for example TPL is I think T-Mobile, OPV is Orange and stuff like that. So yeah, this is basically like what the CSC codes mean. I do prefer the unbranded ones, but it's just all up to you. It's not gonna change a lot anyway, because some of the things still stay in the system, like according to how the phone was manufactured, like with what system. Now you can see here there's a lot of versions here, and the green ones are revisions, or you can just read them here, but it's easier to read them like that, right? You don't need to read the whole version. And now you can see I can go through pages. It begins with 1, of course, and then there's 2 and 3, and it's Android 11, then it's Android 12 on revision 5. And for example here, this is a good example. You can see if you currently have the revision 5 on Android 12, you can also always find it in the settings, by the way, by going to About Phone, Software Information, and if you go to Android Security Patch Level, this is the security patch level, right? So if you, for example, have the revision 5 from June 2025 on Android 12, you can downgrade to Android 11, for example, from May 2022, March 2022, or that other March 2022. They don't really differ that much. So, yeah, as you can see, this is basically what you can do here, and this is the only way to downgrade, right? But in my case, I have the 9. Do I? Yeah. And it's under Android 13, and I cannot downgrade to 8. I cannot downgrade to 7 or anything else. I can only get the 9 or a newer one. So yeah, you can only downgrade within the same revision that you have, or just upgrade or stay on the same version. So I'll be getting the same one. I don't really want to update now. I don't feel like updating. I'll leave on 9. Which is did I really read it right? It was 9? It was 9. Okay, I think that they just don't have the version available here, because you can see it looks a little weird. I have that October 2024, but it says it's the version 9, and October 2024 is D. Maybe they don't have it listed here or something, but I will be getting the version 9. Okay, let's get the version 9, because I don't want to update, but feel free to update as long as you want. Let's download it. I'm just clicking on this or this link, it doesn't matter. Click on download. Wait a little moment, it will start downloading, and in the process we can already begin to get our computer ready with all the drivers and everything. So let's go to downloads and go to your Samsung USB driver, right click on it and click on extract all. Then it'll be extracted into a folder like this. Go into that and open the file and install it. After it's installed, restart your computer. Remember not to restart it while the file is downloading. So just wait until the file downloads, then restart the computer. Without restarting the computer after installing the driver, it just won't work, so it is important that you do it. After that, also extract the Odin, so right click on it, extract all and extract button, and then you will go into that, and you'll see the application. You can see it has this icon, click on it, click on OK, and it'll be open. Now we can already also put our phone in download mode, which will communicate with our computer in that way. So get a cable ready that's connected to your computer and not yet to your phone. Then turn your phone off by pressing and holding on power and volume down. Then tap on power off and tap on it again. Now we'll need to press and hold on power and, press and hold on volume up and volume down, and while doing so plug in the USB-C cable. You will be greeted with this blue screen. Now you need to shortly press on volume up. You are now in the download mode. If the drivers were installed correctly and Odin is open, then you will see this like your phone light up as a COM port. That's what we are expecting, and it's great. Now we need to wait until the file downloads, right? I don't have an idea why it's not downloading right now. Well, that's, yeah, I'm gonna cancel that. I'm gonna cancel that and try the SAMFW2 server maybe, because yeah, that's weird. Okay, I finally managed to download it, and let's go to the downloads. Let's right click on it, click on extract all, and click on extract. It'll take like a minute or so for the file to extract, and we'll load all the files into Odin so we can actually install it, right? Okay, it's extracted now, so we can go to the Odin, right? Click on the BL button and go to your folder where the firmware was extracted to select the file that begins with BL, then do the same for the AP file. Let's wait a little moment. Then select CP. And as the last one, let's select the file that begins with CSC. Yeah, okay. And now let's just click on start. If it gets stuck or fails, it did fail in my case. I wonder why, but two fixes are either rebooting into download mode again or reopening Odin. I'll try the first one. I wonder, because repartition operation failed, so it's not like the files are wrong, right? Okay, so I pressed and held on power and volume down, and I failed. I need to press and hold on power and volume down. Once the screen goes off, quickly move to volume up and volume down and plug in the cable. So, and I need to move quickly, like that, yeah. Okay, let's try again. It failed again, and it doesn't show me an error here. So that is a little weird. I'll try exiting out of Odin, and we'll try that again. Let's click on start. Okay, now it does nothing. So, but that's most like, yeah, it gets stuck on setup connection if I first go to download mode, then open Odin. So let's try again. No, I failed. Power and volume down for about 7 seconds. And then quickly volume up and volume down, and we're in. Okay, let's try one more time, but now it says it failed, even though it doesn't even light up here. I don't know. I'll just like replace the cable, because I think, or maybe just plug it into a different port on my computer, at least. Yeah, I'm gonna replace the cable. Okay, I know what the problem is now. I was looking for the A12 software, and I should be looking for the M12 software. I forgot. I didn't even notice it. So, yeah, that is my fault. Turns out 9 is the newest. Now the security patch level actually matches. It makes sense. So I'm gonna download that. It is really weird that I did that, but, well, yeah, happens. I'm gonna download it, flash it with this, and hopefully we'll be able to download it now. I hope I didn't break anything by doing what I did right here. But if I did, I'll try to fix it, maybe. Okay, now I've loaded the correct files, and it has successfully started loading. So, yeah, I'll be back in a little moment once it finishes. It'll take like 10 minutes because the phone's not too quick, and also it takes like around 3 minutes typically to load the firmware onto the phone. So I'll be back in those 10 minutes. Okay, and now it's installed, the phone has started and it's done. So I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.